So we've been discussing the two big buckets of franchise concepts that we work with. One being brick and mortar based brands where you have customer facing real estate, your location based, customers come to you. The other being service based brands where you provide a service at the customer's location out in the community. So today I want to talk about those service based brands, and let's talk about the three big characteristics that they have as compared to brick and mortar. Number one is you typically, on balance, have a lower initial investment. Why is that? That's because real estate drives all the investment costs in franchising. If you can avoid customer facing real estate or shrink your footprint, you're typically going to have a lower investment. So if you provide customers service at their location, you may need some back office storage or a small industrial space to store equipment or vehicles, but that doesn't require a lot of build out or investment compared to customer facing real estate. So you're going to have a lower initial investment. You may have equipment, working capital, employees to get started, but overall it's going to be typically a lower initial investment than brick and mortar. Secondly, you're going to have a lower fixed overhead because you don't have rent, utilities, Class A retail space. You're going to be avoiding a lot of those fixed overhead that you may have to pay whether you have customers or not. So in many service-based brands, you actually may use contractors to provide the installation if you're selling a service. Let's say a high-ticket item like a roof. You may just have, a salesperson, GM, and a project manager, and no other employees until you sell a big project. Then you can use contractors to install. So it can keep your fixed overhead very low in many of the service-based models. And that means more of your costs are variable and you only incur those costs when you have revenue. The third biggest characteristic then in service-based brands is how involved the owner is. With a brick and mortar, they tend to be designed to be more manager run. They're more checklisted because customers are coming to you. When you're going out in the community, the conditions are more dynamic. It can require a little more hands-on training for your general manager or the franchise owner being more involved, at least on the startup and ramp up phase. So they can be a little more hands-on. However, through technology, done for you marketing, call centers, more and more service-based companies are becoming more semi-absentee or more manager-run because of some of these gains they've had through technology stacks, call centers, and providing many of the marketing functions for the franchisees. So they can be more focused just on delivering the service, creating a more checklisted and repeatable experience, which makes it easier to manage semi-absentee. So those are the three big characteristics of a service-based brand. Reach out if you have any more questions or would like to see which type of franchise might be a fit for you.